Yeah, obviously, with the Navi shakeup and Uber moving over to FaZe, it was a big move. He had been scrimming and playing and having fun with a bunch of streamers, and we'd seen him playing with Gemty and some of the FaZe guys, so we kind of knew that like he was working well with them, obviously with his English as well, being a Russian player, so you never really know how he's going to bed in.
My transfer from Russian-speaking team to English-speaking team was okay. The communication overall is not a big problem. I mean, kind of in-game communication, like overall, not that I'm Russian and stuff.
Communication is most part of the PUBG, I guess. So first communication, then your individual skill. Sorry, in my opinion.
This region doing well in competitive.
Russian teams like who play in GLL, they're pretty strong. Vanguard is pretty strong team. Red Diamonds as well. They was so close in season 2 to reach Grand Finals. And I guess we deserve it.
Absolutely possible we could get a third CIS winner from GLL.
Yeah, we will win it all.
This is it, guys. It's come down to this, the final map of the GLL Season 3 Grand Finals. There is $100,000 on the line, and 1,000 teams wanted to be here, but only 16 could make it. And there's clearly 3 teams that are in it to win the lion's share of that money, boys. But the question is, can anyone at this stage topple Team Unique? The CIS teams are reigning supreme here in Stockholm.
I guess the answer is no. We all just sort of...
No, I mean, it's quite clear that it's very close to no unless you pull off, I think it's 27 kills I got to, and a chicken dinner, and Unique has to go outside top 15.
Now,
0 kills.
I do believe that at another tournament, Optic did 25 or 26 kills in a win.
Not at LAN.
It was at a LAN.
Quite sure they didn't.
It was 20. It was minimum 22. I can guarantee it was
a 20. I remember Optic.
It was well over 20.
LAN.
So in theory, it could happen, but it's like, I mean, we're talking long shot.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about a team that might have the possibility of doing it. Scoom, FaZe Clan, they can pull it out of the bag under pressure, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, they need to get, I think, a world record of 30 kills to actually get first place. So if they do that, they'll beat a world record. And I think they have currently the record of the most kills in an actual tournament, and it's going to be a best of 15. But they have just look at the kills that the team have. It's just so impressive.
98 in total, definitely topping the frag board.
That is insane, and just such a good performance from this new roster of FaZe that they're bringing out a totally kind of different style to the old FaZe. The old FaZe used to be a bit more about placement and aggression, but this team is all about aggression, and I'm just in love with it.
And my question for you, Toffees, is did you expect Optic to be in second place at the moment?
I didn't expect them to be in second place after day 1. They had a rough day 1. We thought they were a little bit off their game, but then they came out swinging. And we did say, this is the tournament to do it. These guys need to make a great showing. They are losing their branding and have a chance to shop somebody new and get someone to back them. And I think this is exactly the case that they wanted to come here and make. I love that their kills are spread out across all of them. They work very well as a team. The elder statesman in Hypoc is just such a good spokesman. And Valiate has become a very level-headed voice on the team. So just talking to them this morning, it was a very mature approach to the way that they played, and I'm super impressed with them, whether or not they get this, keep second place or even go after first.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy that third place, well, second place, but top 3 guaranteed in this tournament with a really stacked lobby in this GLL Grand Final, and they're not going to have any issues whatsoever going into getting a new organization. Maybe Optic might be regretting this decision.
Yeah,
I hope they do.
I do too.
And Avenger, what can you tell us about the unstoppable Team Unique?
Well, they've had a fantastic performance online, and also come here to prove that they're also absolutely insane offline. I think that's amazing. And we're, I would say, at the most stacked LAN event so far. It's the last international tournament. Having Stan in and play with me, having 33 and 27 kills is absolutely insane. But still, Mr. Bitar and Adusi still having 14, 15, that's just nuts. But this level of performance and this level of just fragging out. It's just been amazing to me so far. So I really think they deserve it. And yeah, I mean, we don't have Na'Vi here. We don't have M19 here. 2 previous winners.
Yeah.
But still coming out with the three new teams from CS, and Unique really wanting to prove themselves that they are a top, if not the top team in
These
CS.
guys look better than those other 2 teams you mentioned have, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In a more stacked lobby, most stacked lobby that I've seen in all of the lands that I've been to. And I want to point out, their jackets are very similar to the championship jackets. And I think they went, you know, we're comfortable in this Letterman style. Let's just go ahead and make those jackets our own. So these guys came to play. I am super impressed, and I can't wait to see what big things come out of them in the future.
So let's talk about that prize
things.
pool distribution, because there's $100,000 of the line. First place takes $40,000. Of course, FaZe and Optic are more than likely fighting it out over that second place prize of $20,000. And don't forget, whoever wins this next chicken dinner get themselves an extra $1,000. So there's a few teams who've actually taken a few chicken dinner bonuses home already.
Yep.
There's 14 so far.
14 so far, but I'm saying that...
Not 14 different though.
Yeah.
That's what you meant, right?
Optic have got $3,000. They're going to have a great night out in Stockholm later.
Especially if they get second or third. So, but again, I think it does come down to that differential between those top 3 is pretty big. And seeing how FaZe and Optic handle it, are they playing for pride or are they playing for cash, could determine how these drops go and where they see each other as they move forward in this tournament.
100%. Do you want to send a message, or are they just looking to take it home another $10,000 to $11,000?
$10,000.
Yeah,
like,
that's a lot, yeah.
I mean,
That's a lot of money, yeah.
we live in an era of $100,000 tournaments. Like $10,000 is a lot of money for a bunch of guys who want to play video games for a living. So making a play for that is it could very well happen.
We're so close to going into our final map of Erangel, and before we do, I do want to know what you guys are thinking in terms of your predictions. So, Avenger. I called you Avenger, and I meant Avenger.
Avenger. Close to Avenger. I think I'm gonna give it to Accelerate, because they wanna end this with a bang. So they go very motivated into the future. They had an amazing online performance, and I think they deserve a chicken dinner.
I'm going to go with Team Unique. After seeing this last game, we just saw that they don't choke. They're full on confidence, and I think they might win the last game. And obviously they won the whole tournament, but winning it with the last chicken dinner is going to be even sweeter.
I'm going to go, I was going to go Optic, but I think that they're going to mix it up with FaZe early on. So I'm going to say the winner is probably going to be someone like United. They've been quiet today, but they've been showing the entire week, and I know that Vegas wants to finish strong, so he's got to be giving his team a pep talk saying, hey, Optic can't be the only NA team in the top 5. Let's do this.
I'm going to go Europe, and I'm going to say FaZe. And I'm feeling pretty confident about this one, I tell you. Now, shall we head over? Are you ready, guys? Shall we head over to our casters, Demon and Frost, for the final map of the GLL Season 3 Finals? Let's have them.
Let's have them indeed. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long road, but we are here once again. The final matchup of the season. It looks like we already have a winner decided, barring anything miraculous. But second place and third are very much fighting for position and money.
I mean, not only them, but also below them as well. There's a lot of money on the stake here. Everybody wants the biggest piece they can get.
And obviously, the prime piece is for Optic, right? They're looking for that org going into the MPL. They want a slice of the pie. They want the best possible organization they can get. And coming out of the final major tournament of the year, before that happens, you know, putting yourself in second place ahead of FaZe Clan. That is a mighty, mighty stance for them. So regardless, even if they finish third, it has been a magnificent performance for these boys. It's been a work in the making. We saw obviously glimpses of it back at Austin.
Is that upside down F?
I don't know. Either way, Hypoc showing his maturity as the oldest senior statesman in the game at the grand old age of 29. Still very much a youngster. The guys are dropping into the game, and we are about to go. School, it's a place that you may well go in the public games, but doesn't often get used too often. Dignitas will probably have one guy sent there while the rest go to apartments in the distance. Of course, it is all about the top 3, but we shouldn't forget, you know, from 4th place down to about 9th, there's about 100 points in it. And that's a $5,000 gap between there, from 7,000 in 4th place all the way down to 2,000 in 9th. So all of these guys are still very much playing for the money. We shouldn't forget, of course, the $1,000 chicken dinner as well that goes with it. So no shenanigans, I feel, coming into this game. Nobody really going to be chasing, nobody going to hot drop in. They're all going to be looking to play out and win the game. Yasnaya Poloniana, the home of Team Liquid.
I'm not going to jinx it, but I mean, looks like CIS will be victorious once again here at GLL.
Something I hate to put it out there because I can see James looking straight at me a second ago. Possibly the worst ever Team Liquid performance on a LAN?
I think so, yeah.
I think so. I mean, they've had a bad... They were looking like they were chasing it. They were 4th place, and then they just fell completely off on the 2 Erangel games. Of course, well, the playing path is very much a northern-based one. That's going to suffer for all the southern-based teams. FaZe going to be long dropping it and then trying to find the vehicles, but challenging out with the Knights for the vehicles. Looks like Avangard are going to switch it up to North Georgia, Paul. Envy may well switch it up as well because they're going to be looking at Sosnovka, and that's just impossible for them right now, so they may try and change position.
I'm trying to look for them, but it looks like they haven't left the plane yet. So they're still going with it. They might just try to contest something on the West Coast.
They could go the tempo loot. They could go that side.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be clashing with Team Ready go in and around Gatka, but it is safe over on that edge. Wildcard have been going Primorsk as well. Envy actually go North George, so they're going to go North George. So west side North George, ex-TSM place, Bunt and Avangard. Well, it's a standard drop for Avangard. They're going to be collecting the vehicles and going into North George as well. So sort of going back to the roots effectively.
So it's going to be interesting to see where the circle will be going. But take a look at FaZe down here. They're currently 3rd place.
Yeah, they picked up the vehicle, of course. They are having a long journey south. It's not going to be as treacherous as their Novo disappointments, I think, in game number 1. To be honest, I think that's what cost them the first Erangel game today. That rough performance obviously gave them, what, I think a 10th place finish in the end.
Yeah.
8th overall, and Team Unique go on to win that game. That was really the telling sign for them. But FaZe Clan still turning up. Another 3rd place. If they get 2nd, sure. It's another steady, standard performance that we expect from FaZe Clan, despite 80 and Uber now coming in and replacing Haxeri and Gemti.
I mean, yeah, with 2 new members still being this consistent. Look at the lead they have from 4th place Envy.
And the kill spread as well, we should talk about that. Obviously, they mentioned it on the desk. You know, it's I think 80 is like 19 frags, and he's the lowest fragger on the team.
I mean,
incredible.
They have a lot of kill points, but they're lacking the placement points a little bit.
I should point out, by the way, it was Mexi that said the kill score's wrong. Said we've got that you've credited us too many points. So he was the one. Like some teams could have been like, oh, yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
The admins give us too many kills there. Looks like we're in with a win. But it was Mexi who went, no, that is wrong. That is wrong. We're going to have to change it.
Fair play.
Yeah, fair play to him indeed. The circle is going to very much center over on Georgipol territory. NIP must be thinking, can we get our first chicken dinner? Can we do it in the last game? Because good God, they need it. Optic, though, a team in 2nd place in Rozhok, just as they were in the last game. We've heard from Valiant, we've heard from Hedra, we've heard from Bawaka a little bit, and Hypok, of course, the veteran man that the likes of Vegas look up to. These guys, they put on a grand performance. Granted, their wins have come on Miramar, but they've stayed consistent. They didn't have the greatest of first days, but day 2 and day 3 has absolutely been great for them.
Now, this is the last time they're representing Optic Gaming as well, so this is huge for them. Coming in at least a 3rd place. Hopefully, they'll get himself a 2nd, of course.
And of course, all year, we were talking about Optic Gaming. Is this team going to step up and become the dominant force of North America? Because they have the players, they've put in the performances, but week on, week out, we haven't seen those consistent performances. But here they are again, coming up, turning up at LAN, just like they have in the past, and absolutely nailing it. 2nd place for them so far, for $20,000 in the bag. Can they go any more? Of course, we just mentioned the fact that it is going to be an almighty point score to chase the #1 team, which is Team Unique. You can see they're on a bit of a wide spread at the moment. You can see they're, instead of going down to Ferry Pier, they've widely spread out. The plane route didn't really fix that way, but look at that points lead. It's close to 800 points going into that final matchup. And well, what a performance from the man himself, Unique standing.
I guess we're not gonna change anything. We're gonna keep killing people, keep taking good positions, and hopefully everything gonna be fine. Everyone in our team, like, I'm feeling like I'm in dream team right now. So we are like friends. Was on bootcamp like, I don't know, 2 months. So I guess everyone in our team doing a great job at this run. Yeah, we will win it all.
That finishing line there.
We will win it all, and well predicted. I'm just gonna say I predicted on day one. You may have saw the clip earlier on talking about a potential CIS winner. Day one, I was saying Team Unique looked like they could go on and win it all. Just blowing my own trumpet there. So to say that I was predicting it, and what an incredible story that is in itself. You know, the fact that we've had Groovy turn up in season 1, M19 surprising everyone in season 2, not even winning a game but winning it consistently. Team Unique going on and winning almost certainly here, barring something incredible happening in the next 5 minutes.
I mean, also remember, they only get 3 spots to the finals. And these 3 spots, I mean, they're doing wonder for them.
And they finished third. They were the third place qualifier as well. It was Red Diamonds that actually came out first place in the qualifiers with Avantgarde close behind them. It was Avantgarde everyone was talking about, obviously, throughout the qualifiers, throughout the leagues, of course. They were called Random Friends. Random Friends throughout the league, and obviously the Avantgarde organization picked them up. But let's talk about the rotations, because things are starting to happen. Team Ready, of course, in and around Gatka from the start, so no surprise to see they are centering up. But they are splintered all across the map, and I feel that they were left it a little too late to group up here. You can see Avantgarde have already positioned. Red Diamonds, who come out of Georgia Pole south of position, and they're looking for frags already. So like the iPads need to get back in action.
Looking at it, most of the teams will go south side, but Iroh.
Oh no.
Well, first man to go out in this last game we got in the finals.
It's the story of the event, right? You win a chicken dinner, you go down first. It's just kind of been the way it is. Liquid, very early rotate, by the way. We haven't been keeping track of this. 7 minutes in, and they're already on the west coast. Now, a lot of these players are seeing this circle, and we've seen this circle a lot.
Yeah.
And they're already gambling on roughly where it's going to go. And what that is just to the south of Georgia Bowl, that hillside compound sort of area. We know it's going to pull away from the ocean eventually by Circle 4. There's still a long way this can go, though. So I feel some of these may be rolling the dice and getting in position a little earlier than they need to.
But once again, we see the river coming in on the north
it could
side.
Go north.
Yeah. So it's still a little bit on the north side, but most of the teams want to go on the south side because they are predicting to go down there. And on the west side, we have a lot of water, and no one's going to want to be swimming. So we might see some early clash coming in as everyone's going to try to rotate in right now.
If this does go north, and we have seen, I believe, once in competitive play, this circle swinging north, it causes chaos on the bridges of Georgia Pole. Besiktas getting themselves up on the hills. Oh, hello. Optic find Envy right on top of them, as they have done a number of times throughout this tournament. And that's going to be a trade 1-for-1, it looks like, and Optic will lose the player. Venerated may actually get the pickup here. It was Accelerate, Rustenmar, a player that dominated, honestly, through the qualifying rounds. We saw some absolute mega shots from him. But it hasn't really been a great event for the Finns. Ooh! Caden downed. Bahawaka pushes, but he's getting lit up again in the back there. I think it's either Accelerate or possibly Envy venerated from that hillside.
Now, this is devastating for Optic. They already lost Hetra. That's 1 player down. We're early into the game. They want to keep everyone up. They are playing for the 2nd place right now.
And this is the northern edge, right? This is the northern side of the river. This is all way up north. And really a fight that you wouldn't expect this early on, but some of these teams, they're looking for position, they're looking for money, they're looking for kills. And Rustamar catches Packaps in the back. Mr. Batar has knocked himself against a roll and cycle there. Truffoli down. Interrogate tagged up heavily, though. Forced to duck behind that rock, and the smoke will save from Rustamar. Keep him alive. It's Venerated on the rocks and Interrogate down low.
Baha, he managed to escape even though he got caught in a bad place there. Got himself a kill as well. And now we see Accelerate and Envy just trading back and forth here.
Rustamar finishing off Pat Caps there. Bleeds out. We'll get the revive on Trifoli. Mikaz down. Looks like he's going to be joining the party, coming in on a bike there. May actually try and go up on the ridge. We'll see whether he decides. Squeaky's a long way out. And yeah, you're pointing out on the map. I mean, Optic, very large split. They were trying to gauge it. Obviously, they started in Rozhok, so they've gone towards Ruins area, Watertown, and they tried to take this gamble on this big northern swing.
Yeah.
It could still work out because Bahawak is at least still scouting for them, but they've lost Hetra in the meantime. Standing, blasting by alongside the Knights here as they come from the south.
The problem is that everyone is blasting into the center right now. Everyone's looking for the best compound to take there, and they want to be in the next circle. Now, if we get a north shift, as you talked before, that would be the most interesting thing to see.
Yeah, we're definitely livening this game up at the moment, though. There are a lot of options. We are still 50 seconds from the next circle closing down.
FaZe coming in from the Pachinki side as well. They haven't engaged anything yet. Full squad up. I mean, I think we're going to be looking a lot on FaZe and Optic in this game because they're so close to each other on the second and third place right now.
And that's it. They don't have to go hell for leather like they were in the last game to try and get kills. They were chasing kills effectively in the last match, knowing that was their really only chance to chase down Unique.
Yeah.
All they now need to do is play it safe and slowly close out and basically finish ahead of Optic because they were so close. Speaking of the winners, though, a doozy. What a great performance it has been for these guys. You know, Play With Me securing really the championship. You know, it's all been about standing, but Play With Me also has been fragging out of his mind. I'd love to see how close he is. He must be close to 30 frags, I feel, as well. I didn't actually catch a glimpse of the kill score.
I mean, that was a lot of envy. Oh, there we got the new circle, actually.
It's the standard one.
All right, yeah.
So we're basically where Red Diamonds are right now is kind of been that spot, and Liquid also. They've gone for that house on the coastline because it tends to play into favor so often. Voxic, what did you see there?
I think it was a bike or something, but looking at it, though, a lot of teams still need to move in. We still got a lot of water in the circle, and it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. I mean, we still got 59 people in the game. No one wants to play the field. No one wants to play the water. No one wants to play in South George. Everyone wants to be south of South George.
They're all clashing in now. They're all starting to push for central positions. South George is certainly a target, and that is a dangerous target. E United getting surrounded by Besiktas here. They are in contention in that middle shuffle from 4th to 9th. They're all sort of fighting for that ground at the moment, so very much points up for grabs between these, which will equate to a lot of money changing hands if they were to go out early. Taylor J looking to get a revive on. Geist will come into the smoke and he'll be safe. Besiktas just neighbors right now. I don't think they're going to be going too more aggressive. They've got 2 in there. Ultrastar's actually blasted past and gone towards one of the northern houses. That nade's going to go in, but it's not going to cause any damage.
Well, you also got to be careful because Red Diamond have 2 guys on hospital, and you have 2 in the flat up to the southeast of it as well. And they are being a little bit greedy here now because I'm pretty sure someone will want to crash that flat top and try to take that from them.
27 frags for Play With Me, by the way. 33 for standing. A mega performance from them boys. Optic here. I'm too sure why he's clapping. He's in the blue. I guess he's waiting for a pickup. Is he clapping? Did his vehicle go? Did his vehicle go? Yes, it did. That's why he's clapping.
Here we go.
The dreaded buggy. Optic Valiant trying to flip it, but it's not going to happen. So get back on the back, and away you go. So Envy on the bridge.
They're trying to play it safe. I'm guessing. I don't know why they would be on the bridge. It doesn't make sense at all to be there right now.
Well, maybe just scouting to see if it's safe to come over. You can see Avangard have taken over and sort of or close to back 6 area, front 6 area, sorry. FaZe Clan very much on top of Team Ready, it seems, and they are swimming it.
Yeah,
that is playing it safe right there. So they're in 4th place right now, right?
Yeah.
That's $7,000 for the Envious guys, and actually 4th place would be a massive result for them. FaZe Clan, look at this, they're right above Team Ready in that compound.
And we also lost some players early on in the game in the clutch with Accelerate. So, I mean, right now, they just want to go safe.
FaZe lost a player here, or am I just not seeing one?
No, there's still four.
There's still a 4. Okay, so Mex is off in the distance. Yeah, Uber's somewhere. Okay, he's first face is way down south. That's what he is. He's having a little chill down there, so they're giving themselves position. Knights coming right on top of Unique along with Elgiganten, all trading blows down on that southern coastline as they try and move in. They're just going to have themselves that little ridge line. Will be safe. 8C, he's got a glimpse of Sixmo out in the fields, farming up, trying to see if he can get some hay bales. Farming Sim 19, very popular in Germany, but I don't think it's so big in Turkey.
I'm actually surprised none of the teams actually went to the radar tower in the middle of the field there, trying to capitalize that, because you have so much vision from there. You can keep your vehicle safe, and you can just scout everything on the upcoming circle.
It's the dream gun, really, the fully suppressed SLR. Yeah, you're happy with that, really, but as it is, didn't land the shot. Mr. Bitar trying to get a couple of shots off in the distance. Unique on for this 2-2 split with Duzian. Play with me and standing down the south, keep gatekeeping Elgiganten. They're going to have to make the decision on what they're doing here at the moment. Liquid also with that 2-2 split circle shrinking in. Here comes the rest of Optic.
It looks like Hypark found himself a new vehicle. Maybe he lost it again.
It looks like he just span. Yeah, it does look like he just span there. As he's still not moving.
Still.
Has he rolled it again?
Did he flip again?
I think so, because Valiant looks like he's driving into him. Yeah, Valiant's had to drive into him. Oh my God, that buggy. Oh no, he must have been in the bike. Must have been on the bike.
Oh,
this time,
maybe he was just healing up a little bit.
Either way, I don't know. All right, it centers onto South Georgie, Paul. Here we go. We've not had an urban finish yet, and we still might not. It could certainly pull away, but now you hear the groans and moans around the room as they decide, where do we go? Do we risk it? Do we go into South Georgia Bowl? Do we play edge? I saw Dignitas was sitting in around the warehouses. Crates are available at the moment as everybody tries to push on past. Knights on the move.
I mean, remember that next phase will remove the water. It's going to be land ratio 1. So everybody wants to get themselves a really good position right now. You don't want to be rotating anything after this. It's basically going to be the same landmass as we have in this circle right now.
I'm not sure I agree with FaZe's positioning there on that Everest spot. I feel like they're going to have to move. Liquid, they've got Team Unique all over them at the moment. They're going to try and drive on by. James crashes straight in, finds himself an easy spray down on a doozy. We may actually see Unique going down in 16th if they're not careful here. Standing spotted, they're pushing the compound. This is the compound that Liquid have just left. Oh, standing so close, but he gets the return fire. Play with me, gets James down at the rock there. Now Samty trying to push up behind. This is all distraction as Samty runs in. What can he do? Trading gets finished off by Uber. Meanwhile, in the kill feed there as Ibi makes a move.
I mean, this is rough for Liquid. They need to have a good game as well. They want to be on the top of the leaderboard after this game. They can't afford to lose players.
Ibi gets down as well. They're both at the rock. Mr. Pitar pushing around the side. Have they got an angle? They're looking towards Samty. Samty sees 1, sees 2. Can hear Mr. Pitar pushing around the side. Had a full vision of play with me, so they are well aware that there's someone down here. Now they hear his footsteps. Now they hear him running around. Gemty up on the hillside trying to get anything he can, but standing with the nades will finish off James. You got to feel that Ibi will be bleeding out following.
Yeah, it looks like Samty is going to back off now because they did not spot him. And hopefully they won't, because he needs to get out of there. He and Gemty, they need to clutch the game for them.
Yeah, they can't take this fight. They need the positional play, as we mentioned, possibly one of the worst position finishes for Team Liquid in a very long time. And the first lineup, of course, change that they've seen since Scoom was replaced by Gemty. Everybody thought this is the new super team coming in, the new powerhouse, but it hasn't been the case here at GLL Season 3.
I mean, it's more or less only here they haven't been performing. Else we have been seeing them perform. So I'm not that worried about it.
I mean, they finished #1 online by a long way.
Yeah.
A long, long way. They were very much at top team there. Matt Gungur trying to toss one of these nades out and find Hugster. Looks like he goes the wrong way. Takes a little peek at Vac and has to tuck himself in. This all still in the compounds way down south, outside of South George.
I mean, didn't Red Diamond take this one before? It looks like they left it for the hospital.
Yeah, Red Diamond have gone further into the hospital, centering up as much as they can. And I actually think this may still be in the circle. We know, as you said, it's going to pull away from the bay of Georgia Pole, so we know that it will take a southern shift, this circle.
But it will still be on the edge of the next circle no matter what. And I think the hospital is a good choice, but it's hard to get out of there later on, though.
Well, they're just looking to stay there at the moment. Besiktas and E United, we knew they were in houses next door. A beautiful death gets one, can't get the second as Vac pushes up there. Sixmo still out in the fields, farming up his hay. Not going to be able to help out too much here. And now it is just Metgungur all alone in the compound, trying to crawl through that door. Is he going to go for the revive? I think he might.
Oh,
no.
He's thinking about it, but he got scared by the door opening there.
Vac holding it. I think they opened it, didn't they? Vac's.
Wait,
He's going for the revive.
Oh,
They're not pushing it. They're taking too long because they're getting Hugster back on his feet as well. Now Vac comes in. The smoke's down. Trying to get a little angle around the side there. The X-ray going to give us the vision we need. But, of course, these guys just hoping and spraying through that smoke. See if they can land anything. They're going to have to wait for it to dissipate. Doesn't matter. There's the nade. Diggs pops one through the window. And that will be good. Night team ready. Sixmo, the last man standing, out on the rocks.
I mean, yeah, he just needs to snake the game now. They should have, Elgato should have pushed straight away, in my opinion, when they got that knock, even though they had one knock themselves.
Pan finish from Diggs. Well, he did get the nade. I think he deserves it. Unique have actually pushed on north. We can see this is the circle we expected to pull away from the bay, and it does indeed encompass the majority of South Georgia Pole.
Optic, they pushed out. They were on the northwest side of South Georgia Pole before, and they pushed down here right now. They want a better position.
Sharp shot finds Sixmo. That's the head down, and ready picked off as they go down from chicken dinner winner to 16th place. We've seen it so many times. Jempty down, and it leaves Liquid down to one player.
Yeah, only Samty left right now. I have no idea where he is, but he needs to snake it. He can't do anything. He can't go aggressive. He can't get caught off guard. He needs, he's by a burning, more or less smoking vehicle as well. This is not good.
Well, Besiktas, I think Ultra's also down to one as well, isn't he? Tell a lie, they're just split up. They are three. Wildcard, they're making the move. This is a risky run. They're going past and into E United and Besiktas. They have that double setup, and they managed to get looks down. Kickstar's ran down Pride. That's not going to do him any favors. As the young lad in his final game for Wildcard. Meanwhile, FaZe Clan move on the rocks and eliminate Knights in 15th place. Not being the performance they wanted today. They got themselves 2 chicken dinners in this tournament, both the first games of the day on the Thursday and Friday. Nothing today, though, going their way.
Pretty clean. Samty goes out. Liquid's out on 14th place. But look at this. Fastface out as well. Uba's getting knocked by Hugstar.
Hugstar getting the double knock there. They were 2-2 split, actually. They were trying to get the revive off in the background, so that's kind of caught them off guard. If the nades can follow up, will certainly cause some big problems for FaZe Clan. Of course, Optic are going to be looking at this, sitting themselves in a relatively safe position in the northern side, just trying to stay out of the fights and keep those positional points ahead of FaZe. Oh, no,
80, no! What's going on?
They had to have flipped the vehicle. That's got to be a vehicle flip or something like that. Alo gets him down. We didn't exactly see what it was, but either way, FaZe Clan in all manner of problems. Mexi still alive, but I think he's the only one. I'm not sure. Maybe there's 2 alive. It does say 2 on this left side here, so we've got to assume there is another one spread out somewhere. Wildcard, meanwhile, looking to try and keep pushing. No, Mexi is the last man standing.
This is a really hard circle to snake at as well. There isn't much forest. You want to have forest to snake in. Now, this is more or less just open fields. You have some houses, but you have to dip into town.
And I said it at the time. Oh, Alo's going to keep on pushing this one. I said it at the time. Like, I saw them move. They really didn't make much of a move in the last phase. We knew the circle was going Georgia Pole way, but they didn't make a move. Purdy
no.
Good night, FaZe Clan. It's 3rd place for FaZe Clan. Optic will be finishing ahead of them, and that will secure a 2nd place finish for Optic. You've got to feel, I mean, can they go for it? Can they push it? Can they get 20+ kills? That's 41 alive.
Yeah, they can still go for it. There is a chance, but I mean,
we needed Unique to go out in 16th. That's it.
That's
there is
true.
no chance.
But they can still go for the style points. Grab yourself a lot of kills. Get the highest kill count in one game.
What we can look towards is obviously who is going to be 4th down to 9th. There's a lot of teams in there. E United and Wildcard basically sitting neighbors right now down on the southern edge of this circle. And Pete, they want a performance. This is their circle, their territory. They're absolutely looking to get themselves at least a chicken dinner in the home of Ninjas in Pajamas in Stockholm. That's at least they could deliver.
But right now, it looks like they have one of the worst positions coming into the next circle.
Well, Wildcard want to push in. Don't forget, Besiktas were still in that compound. Simsy coming around the edge of the smoke.
Oh, will he catch someone? Oh, did he see them?
We don't know. I mean, it's very different to what we see. Absolutely will get vision. Tries to spray through, finds Kickstart, gets around the side there. Will flush him out as Besiktas now get the flank around the side. Looks got down by E United at the same time. Now, there was another member, I think Ultrastar was off elsewhere. I don't know whether he got picked off. There he is. I can see him on the map. So he's still over on the western edge. So Besiktas now in a 1-1 as Simsy tries to pick up as much as he can. But E United are keeping Wildcard at bay.
I mean, there's so many people in this house right now. One by one, they go down here.
Guys, goes down, checking. That's a little risky. Not too sure what he was thinking to try and play it through the smoke there.
When you hear all those steps, you would think you don't want to go down there. Why would you want to go down?
Simsy's going to go down. Simsy's in the back door. I don't want to be too loud because E United are right near us.
They might have heard him.
Wildcard are also right next to us, but Simsy is sneaking in the back door. Ultrastar, meanwhile, getting pressured by Team Unique. And he's just going to keep himself in that shack.
Well, that door won't do much. There's a big hole in it. That could be a nice
nade.
one.
That's a risky nade. It doesn't quite go distance enough. While in the distance, you can see that standoff still happening. Standing, getting a peek, and Vanguard and NIP engaging on the edge. And I should point out, by the way, this is just about the worst nightmare for a camera operator. A finish in an urban environment is a nightmare to try and track. So all credit to the boys out the back there, driving all the action.
Snoopy's actually inside his house with MBS.
Curdy Dignitas. This is a four-way battle, or maybe a five-way battle at the moment. There's multiple angles over the north, the east, the south, the west. Dignitas engaging with El Giganten. Wildcard Besiktas here. Simsy right on top of Sharp Shot. You may as well just say hello. Sees another one. Tries to shut the door. Can he get the reload off in time? He's only got 11 bullets left in this. It's plenty enough to down someone. And they've got to be careful because, of course, E United are upstairs as well. Oh, Simsy tries to get out the door. Actually got away with it. No, he got third-partied by Team Unique. Oh, he wasn't expecting that. Meanwhile, Dignitas on the porch. They're coming around. El Giganten getting flushed out here, and they will go down. There's nobody going to be able to get away from that one. I think just the one-man vac by that rock is going to get spotted any second now. Meanwhile, NIP losing players to Avangard in the northern side of South Georgia Pole. Tumai gets Pistola time down. That's continuing in the house down the south and well outside the next circle zone.
Look at the new circle. It's kind of centered up on Ward. He's going to be sitting there having a little chill time.
Miraku picked off as well. Avangard taking control. The old Georgia Pole teams that is NIP and Avangard. They've been here for a long time, separating north and south, and it seems that Avangard coming out on top this time around. Alo just going to smoke it up so he can get the flank. He sees Vac's head there as he tries to land a Kar 98. Doesn't matter. Alo on his first land for Dignitas. It hasn't been the greatest of performances from them as a team, but overall they're going to be happy with what they've done in this final day.
Red Diamond, they took that hospital pretty early, and it looks like it's paying off for now at least. They do get the high ground up there. If they go up on the rooftop, they might just be able to snipe people out.
Well, the problem is, can they keep now Dignitas and Wildcard and United and Unique? All these guys are going to be pushing into that direction. It's very hard to defend the hospital once somebody wants to really push you. So they're trying desperately to keep people at bay. You can see Wildcard in that house there is going to get picked off. Tumai goes down. Mr. Bitar doing what he can, and you think back to the Unique, they were getting pressured and pushed by Team Liquid. Again, they just come out on top. Wildcard go down. It's a 10th place finish for the Americans that finished top of the tables in qualifying as Besiktas follow them in 9th.
I mean, they do something really good there, Red Diamond. They have Pin on the outside. That's the worst position someone could come for.
They're sending it to where Vard is, I think. That's what they're looking for. No, they're going for the little dip. That nade's going to find the Dacia. Bounces just shy of it. Doesn't matter. It is Bestelot, who's had a magnificent land performance himself, will pick off the headshots. And Team Unique in all sorts of trouble on the hill here. Standing, the last man standing.
Looking at it, though, Envious, they need to do something. They have a Vanguard next to them. And I mean, as we talked about, they are 4th place right now. They want to be a top finisher here.
Remember, Optic and Accelerate clashing early in the edge, way up in North George Bowl. They're still sitting happy as neighbors right now. Both lost a player in that exchange. Mikaz and Rustamar with Squeaky. Hypok just getting a little peek towards them. This net circle shift could be huge. Remember, Vard's still alive, by the way. Pretty much central circle, so he's going to be good no matter what. And the action is all happening on the edge here. Pin gets the 1 down, play with me, picked off by Max Sizer, and Team Unique will go down in 8th place, but they are still going to be the champions of GLL Season 3 no matter what.
Look at the new circle, though. It's going to set up a Vard again, and the thing is, everyone needs to go outside except for Red Diamonds right now. They still got the hospital inside. Everyone's going to shoot each other.
And there's nothing. There's nothing around
exactly,
here. This is
nothing.
open.
Vard might just find himself a 2nd place at least.
Well, Dignitas all lying prone by the burning Dacias, but now they need to take one and get moving and try and push in towards that circle. I don't think the hill ridge, I think there is a small hill ridge here, right? But it's exposed massively to Envious and Avantgarde.
But I think that the last Dacia was missing wheels though, so they're probably not going to be able to take that and get inside the circle.
Is that going to stop you? If it's missing a wheel, just go for it. Gun it.
I think it was missing 2 wheels.
Well, maybe.
Someone might try it. I don't know.
I guess you've driven it, I guess, right?
Hey, I keep all the wheels on my vehicles.
You just flip them.
Yeah, but that's another story. They still keep their wheels.
Ooh, AWM for Uncivil here as he takes a peek towards Avantgarde. Valiant also looking with that M24, moving up as neighbors on Accelerate, of course. Both of these teams need to move out. Optic currently and very much securely sitting in 2nd place. They can't chase anything. They've only got the 1 kill, so there's no way they're going to chase down a victory here. As Avantgarde just get wiped out of nowhere.
Envious. They're going for it.
What just happened to Avantgarde? They had to have tried to make a move, right? That must have been a move, and Envy just stepped out and wiped them down. 6 teams alive as Purdy Curdy gets venerated on the move. The blue on their backs. That's phase 7 blue. That's going to absolutely crucify them as Envy will go down into 6th place. And I'm pretty sure that secures them a 4th place overall in this tournament. So great performance from the Envy boys.
But now's the time. Can Optic do anything, or is it going to be all about Dignitas once again?
At the moment, Dignitas, who had a terrible 1st and 2nd day, turned up here, said, if not for anyone, we want to make a performance. We want to show that we are a great team. Obviously, this is the new lineup for them. As Optic come out of the smoke, straight into the hail of bullets of Dignitas. Adam gets Bahawaka. You can see Uncivil popping off with the AWM. Purdy Curdy finds Valiant, and Optic will be picked off in 5th place. They've secured themselves 2nd place overall in this tournament and $20,000 as they move on, looking for another org as their final performance under that flag. Dignitas look to be following Uncivil, the last man standing for them. And NIP, as we mentioned, Vard in that little shack is keeping himself alive.
Accelerate, they're still out on the smokes on the west side here, but look at the new circle. Vard, once again, in the center, he's just enjoying himself. He's saying, hey, maybe I'll get that chicken dinner, don't worry.
It's, I would say, fairly easy to get from hospital to that shack, but it's not when there's teams either side of you staring at you.
Yeah, that's the problem right now.
How much utility do these guys have? These smokes, they're going to run out eventually. Do they think there's... I guess they think that Optic is still there or someone. Because they knew there was someone in the house next to them. They're trying to shoot north. There's no one there.
But Red Diamonds, they need to start knocking people so they can make a move from that.
Halo finds Mikaz. That was, of course, I think this is really going to be the battle. It looks like Red Diamonds, they have to make this move. Halo gets Mikaz out. That nade! Very close. Does a lot of damage to Rustamar. The second one following up may well get even closer. Yes, it does. Squeaky down to nothing and executed by Adam as Accelerate go down in 4th. I think their best performance at this event, their best finish so far. And now Dignitas with 3 alive. They managed to get all 3 revived. Could really decimate Red Diamonds on this push.
They got 12 kills and they're looking for more. They want Red Diamond. I mean, Vard, he's not doing anything. He's just waiting. He is just enjoying this.
They see the nade coming. It falls right on Uncivil. Not going to quite get the legs though to finish him off. Vard sitting watching this all play out. He's got an M249. Oh my word. He just mows down Sid as he comes over the hill. Just about the perfect gun for that distance. And that's going to be a real problem for anyone that has to push that house.
I mean, Red Diamonds, they're pushing now, but they are focusing on Dignitas because they know that they are on the
smoke run.
edge here.
Vard's come outside. Vard's come outside. He's going to pop around this edge. Anyone that comes through that smoke, he catches a glimpse on Bestalok there.
But they're just going to play the wall there, so they're safe against Vard. They need to focus on Dignitas.
Dignitas can get aside. Hello Sampai picked off. They're down to 2. The nade comes in. They're down to 1. It's Vard that gets Bestalok down. Pin the last man standing for Red Diamonds and Dignitas. Could they pick up their first chicken dinner here? They did the same thing at Austin. They won the final game. It's the game that nobody really wants to win because you don't get an interview, you don't get nothing because it's all about the champions. But a chicken dinner nonetheless, $1,000, and more importantly, a big win for the boys that are trying to prove something. They get pinned down. Red Diamonds go down in 3rd place. Was that enough for Red Diamonds to chase 4th place Envy? We don't know. We're going to check out the tables after this. Pin, though, will finish off ALO. Vard comes around the side. That's a big spray. Gets the knock. Looks around the side. MT49 in hand. Gets out again.
He gets
NIP go and do it. NIP pick up a win. What in the world? My God. The M249 doing wonders. And Ninjas in Pajamas in the final map. Finally, the Stockholm organization get themselves a chicken dinner. But of course, it's all about these boys walking down the steps from the top spot. They've been right next to us in the caster booth. It is Team Unique who have been champions, dominant champions. They picked it up pretty much before the final game. A magnificent performance by all. And another CIS team represents here at GLL Season 3. They are your champions.
Oh, look at that beautiful trophy. They deserve this so much. They've been playing so hard. They've been fighting every game. They've been doing so good, and they deserve it. I mean, it's just been amazing. Another CIS victory.
$40,000 and a big trophy for a team that sadly won't be joining us in Minsk, because what a magnificent performance. Standing said it himself, I feel like I'm in a dream team, and they have performed. Standing, magnificent show. Play with me with really a championship winning moment from him in the first round of Erangel today. What a great finish. Let's go down to Dave, who has the mic.
Oh, what's up? The winner, chicken dinners, Team Unique from CIS. I got our translator, Dranis, over here. Let's go over there. Let's ask him, first of all, they won by so many points. How proud do you think CIS is right now?
Вы выиграли с таким нереальным отрывом по очкам. Как вы думаете вообще, что СНГ болельщики о вас думают и как вообще ощущения?
I guess they think we did good.
All right. And if there was one player, I know it's a team game, but if there's one player in particular that can be kind of crowned the MVP, like the glue that held everything together during this event, who would that be?
Если выбирать среди вас MVP, как вы думаете, кто бы это был, несмотря на то, что это командная игра и что каждый внес свой вклад?
Everyone.
Everyone? All right. What's next for Team Unique? That's the question.
Что будет дальше с Team Unique?
Contender in European League, I guess.
All right, I'm going to pass it around to all the guys, see if they got any shout-outs to anybody, and then we'll toss to the desk, so if you want to let them know.
Sure.
All right. Here's your shout-outs.
To Valentin, Boris Starsky, for everyone from our organization. Hello, we did it.
Ну, спасибо всем, кто за нас болел. Я думаю, не все верили, что мы выиграем, но мы выиграли. И третий раз в СНГ уезжает кубок, это приятно вдвойне.
Спасибо Вале, который дал нам возможность стоять тут, наверное. Спасибо моим родителям, которые также смотрели. И спасибо моей девушке, которая очень сильно поддерживала меня эти дни.
Спасибо нашему спонсору, Валентину, нашей студии аналитики и всем, кто за нас болел. Для нас это, правда, очень важно.
Can I speak on English? Okay. Respect every team who played on this tournament. It was a big experience for us. We're really happy because we win this tournament. So wish luck every team who will play in Pro League and who will play in closed quality. And thank you for GLL to host this tournament. It was really comfortable and really great.
All right, well, that's going to be it from the stage here. Great game, great tournament for you guys here at Team Unique in the CIS region. I hope nothing but the best for you guys coming on up. And let's see what the desk has to say. Let's give one more round of applause for Team Unique.
Congratulations, Team Unique. We couldn't really have asked for a more epic final game, because although the mighty seemed to fall fast there, finally it meant that ninjas in pajamas had their moment and saved face with the final chicken dinner of this LAN. And Martin, I mean, did you love to see it?
I love to see it. I always love to see it, and also love to see.
I would have loved to see a pan here from Cincy, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to see some pan kills. I mean, all these
would have been nice.
Especially towards the end, you see a bit more fun here, and also in the end, who would have guessed that Bard, as a solo player, would win it? Well, I did not expect that.
M249, man. That's
I know. Best gun in the world.
Right, it's like the PUBG gods opened the heavens and said, I believe in you. Here's tier 3 gear and an M249 to make your stand against overwhelming odds. And he came out and did it.
Yeah.
We haven't had many final clutch situations, though, have we either? So it was lovely to see that to wrap things up, Martin.
It is indeed. I'm really excited to see these guys for the future. They have won. So the money they've won here, they have won what equals to a year's full average salary in Russia each for just this tournament.
We're talking about Team Unique now.
Team Unique, yeah. So it's a huge amount of money they won. Considering, I mean, obviously they're Russian, but you earn about $400 to $500 in Russia, and they won $43,000 now. So this is huge. This is monumental for them, both as a personal achievement, also for them going forward. They're going to be able to continue this for a long time now.
Yep.
And Skoom, what do you think was so special about Team Unique's performance here at the GLL Season 3 Finals?
I mean, the underdog story, I guess, is a special thing about them. I mean, I think every season about GLL has been an underdog story. You had Groovy initially in Season 1 that became Na'Vi and they got picked up. Then you had M19 out of nowhere, surprising everyone and winning the tournament. And now with Team Unique, no one really had them as the winners of the tournament. We all said Liquid, FaZe, NIPs, and Knights maybe could take a tournament, but Unique out of the bag, just taking this out and winning it for CIS, and I'm super happy for them, and I'm curious to see how they're going to do it moving forward.
They felt unknown and underappreciated to the point where Master Batir said, people don't even know my name. It's infuriating. And they came out here and they made a case for themselves. No one doesn't know who they are anymore, and there's not one team in the world who's not going to prepare, and worry about the unique style of gameplay that these guys brought to GLL.
And CIS wins the final international LAN of the year. And CIS, they can kind of be overlooked. We love to watch them play. That aggressive fragging play style is always entertaining. It doesn't feel like a true LAN without them. But they always win here at GLL. And I don't know what it is about GLL that they love so much. Any ideas?
I think I saw what was Drainius that tweeted about it. So they get a special buff. So it's the CIS GLL buff they get. So they get 50% more damage. They get more level 3 armor. So just more loot, more better loot in general. No, I think it's just leading. You know, when you have 24 games leading into a tournament, and they prove themselves offline. And they also said they had 2 months of bootcamp leading into this. That's also the majority of the season they played. I think half of the season they played from home or from the bootcamp in GLL was the bootcamp. So I think they really prepared for this to an extreme.
It definitely helps to build team chemistry and communication and stuff to be at the bootcamp, like you said.
I also think CIS has the largest variance of styles within their
meta.
For sure. I mean, every champion that we have had here has been CIS, but they've all won in very different ways.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would say Unique was highly strategic, M19 was very passive, and Na'Vi in the first time around was very aggressive. And sort of, I think they come in with a variance, and that's why sort of one of them always finds that key that the rest of the world isn't seeing, right? That they're not ready for.
But I think Team Unique, in my personal opinion, is the most overall strategic. Like, they have everything. They have the kills, they saw standing, they had the strategic mindset. You know, and Na'Vi kind of lacked the strategy part. They were just fraggers, just killing everyone, killing the whole server. And M19 was more about the strategic, getting into the placements. And then Team Unique is just both combined, pretty much.
They weren't scared to fight, but they also weren't scared to play it slow and low, like we saw in that second to last game. So big props on what I think is an all-around team, and I would personally, we have all these rankings and stuff that goes on, probably move them into my top 5, if not higher.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, with the amount of kills they had as well. I mean, I think there's the second or third highest kills at the tournament here. So both being able to say, we know when to salvage, you know, when you have 2 players or so, they know when to salvage, but they're still able to clutch it out when there were 3 or 4 more. Even when you saw play with me in the end, he was down to 1 guy with 50-something alive and clutched it, got third with how many kills? 7, I think he got from that. So absolute insane performance from them.
It shows the power and bragging rights of this tournament.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This was a team that we heard of some of the players, but we didn't know them. And to have them win this and immediately skyrocket in the overall rankings, and I think everybody will know them, just speaks to how powerful GLL is.
Well, let's take a look at the final rankings from the Season 3 finals. We're pretty sure about the top 3. Obviously, we know Unique have won it. And there you go. Optic Gaming and FaZe in third. And props to Optic Gaming because they had so much pressure on their shoulders coming into this. They needed to perform to show the world that they deserve to be picked up by another major org. And I really think that people will be mad not to take up this opportunity of signing these 4 boys.
I mean, 100%. I've actually gotten messages today already about people saying, hey, can you send me their emails? So these guys are very interested. They're in demand. But I also want to point out 4 of the top 7 teams are North American. I think a lot of times North America gets kind of a bad rap in the international PUBG scene as not being able to hang. Yeah. I think that these guys showed up and made a case for themselves.
Yeah, I think this is probably the first tournament ever the EU region has done the worst in. As you saw, Knights 13th place and NIP in the bottom brackets as well, which are regarded one of the best EU teams.
I also think it's been the most stacked mid pack because we're talking like less than 500 points between, was it 5th and 6th down to 13th. So it's extremely close towards the end. Obviously, top 3, they really pushed forward. Optic, FaZe, and Unique being able to take that 1,000-point lead going into the last game.
Well, guys, just before we wrap things up, I actually want to focus on individuals. So let me know, who's your MVP of this tournament? Avenger?
For me, it's got to be Stand-In. I mean, he was able to frag out, but also play extremely intelligent. I feel like their transitions and positions late game really got them the win here. So Stand-In for me has got to be my MVP.
We're going to actually bring up the top killers on the screen as we talk about MVPs.
Oh,
just
look
FYI,
at that.
so you can look it up.
He's also the top fragger.
Yeah, I have to go with his brother, well, not brother, but teammate play with me. I think that game that we saw in game number 14th was just so impressive. He clutched the win fight versus NIP. He snaked in, he clutched versus Besiktas, and then he was just really impressive. And he has 30 kills himself as well, so I would give it to him. But obviously, it's a whole Unique team that deserve it.
I was going to go Stand-In. I think you made a good point. I do want to give a big shout out, though, and I'll pick Vegas for this one because he's underage. He's on his way out. He wanted to come and make a name for himself to be the best international buy, basically, in a few months. And I think he far and away did that and set him up as the #1 free agent in the world going forward. So a big shout out to him for doing that, and at such a young age with the maturity to do so.
We've definitely not seen the last of you, Vegas. We can't wait to see you come of age and see you fragging again at a LAN like this. Now, I've got a few MVPs I want to thank before we go. And yes, the players are some of them, but also the amazing observers. We truly have the best observers in the business here in Wilhelm and Ansavar. And of course, our production team. All of the teams themselves, our casters, Froz, Demon, we've had Moses, and how could I forget, The Sims, and the Global Loot League organisation themselves who make this happen, and the Squire and Toby over on the lounge stream, and all the casters who've been with us throughout this online tournament period as well. Now, I've got to thank my boys on the desk, Toffees, Scoom, Avenger. It's always an absolute pleasure.
That's great.
I've been Frankie Ward, and do not go anywhere because, of course, we can't close the show without your final dose of Mustache Dave, and he will be here to wrap things up, talking to the champions after this short break because it's late night with Mustache Dave, and you've got to stick around for that one. See you next time.
Забери меня, блядь.
Behind the side on a bike.
So if anyone gets shot, not San Martin.
Wait, what?
Stealing my loot.
Take the guy with the helmet. Oh.
Can someone come pick me up? I'm in Minas.
No.
We got liquid circles, don't worry.
Flush.
3 knock.
Nice.
Let's go. Unsafe friends.
Man, this push on the air was so bad. Who the fuck? Who the fuck? What the fuck? Let's go.
Yo, second floor, second floor. Second floor, vault it up.
Yeah, second floor, second floor.
Can't see him. Nice. Liquid's out of the building.
Hack twice, that's a lot.
Careful, Bell. Yeah,
There's one, like,
down
down
need to
here
heal
on
Bell.
Bell.
Move
Nice,
in
Val
top.
has a freeze. Leave that, leave that. Peek with Val on the pole, on the pole.
I'm coming.
Nice, one up.
I'm healing,
Where?
I'm healing. Give me a second. It's
Could
liquid,
be
I
across
think.
the road.
I think it's liquid across the road. Just play smart.
Mike game.
Woo!
Yes.
Fucking go, boys.
Yes. How many kills? I only had one.
Nice. Okay, let's try to kill Liquid. Guys, okay, Liquid is at this carport. My ping, okay? Liquid's at the carport, my ping. It's us, Envy, and Liquid. Liquid, Santi, knock.
Yo, push up on that.
Yeah, we can push far right.
All dead, Liquid. Us versus Envy, 4v2.
I can
Pushing
hold
up.
while you guys push right.
I'm holding too.
3. Or
They have a ridge,
2.
they have a ridge.
two
Peek you
up.
on the ridge, peek you on the ridge.
I'm throwing a nade.
Oh no. Guys, oh, nice. Yeah, one more. Good shit.
Good shit, guys.
Pride, go talk to the cameraman.
No, I'm not talking.
You want to Hey, talk to mine?
No,
Sharp,
talk.
me and you go. Yeah, me and Kick will go.
Соль там добил, все, забейте там
Nice.
одного какого-то. Непонятного.
Вась, там можно куда-то приехать к тебе?
Ко мне, да, слева.
Еду.
Где еще остались? Здесь инфа.
На моем
335.
Бегают, прыгают, блядь.
Пикает.
Нокнул его.
Найс. Хорошо.
Сверху вам смотрю, вас
Пойдут
пушат.
пушить.
Справа.
Еще один.
Нокнул
Вернись
слева.
обратно.
Вернись, поднимай.
Возвращаюсь. Я в
Живи,
селе, просто живи.
Я дал ему.
Стыдын умер.
Один остался. Вот я
Живи, живи.
смотрю, все отлично.
Я аптеку буду втыкать.
Лец, что там было?
Я нокнул, лоу хп. Убил его нахуй.
Найс!
Петюля, дадите нахуй. Сколько ждать, блядь?
No idea.
Southwest of you.
Nice.
Nice.
You get
Going
rest?
towards zone.
I'm healing. Can't help you. I think he's on the car.
Yeah, careful.
Sick.
Yeah. He's netting. He's nading.
Nade. Fine. I have a bunch of
There's
first
another.
aids.
He's
I'm
dead.
staying on death cam.
No,
I
he's
have
not dead. Fuck.
Unlucky,
Nice try.
unlucky.
Fourth. Fuck.
Who the
nice
fuck
try
was?
there.
Yo.
Все, он будет лежать на плейс.
Nice. That's the right side of the ridge. Yellow.
Yeah,
You're,
you have
you're
the star,
on,
you have the
yeah,
star.
you're on the star. Nice try. Sorry. Oh, my bad.
I think we got it, boys.
I
we
don't
get?
think.
I don't think we have.
Fifth.
We have it easy.
Fifth
Fifth
is like 200 points.
Oh, you guys. Knock one.
Knock. Time finish. Just points. They knocked one on the back wall.
I think one's close. Right in front of me, prone, 200.
Prone, yep.
Nice trade.
Nice.
2v1.
It's just far.
Blood me. Yeah.
He's on
Deal.
the wall.
2v1.
Good shit.
Don't get knocked.
Oh, you
I'm
gotta
good
peek,
knock. Peek him.
on the wall.
Damn it,
man.
I thought he was on the wall. He was.
He just moved back as soon as he knocked.